Hello and welcome back to another Card Crawl Adventure developer stream. My name is Arnold Rauers, I'm the developer of Card Crawl Adventure. And today we are going to take a look at the next character class from the Card Crawl Adventure character lineup called Mechanica. Mechanica is a robot type character who's based all around playing with lightning and doing shock damage to cards to disable their abilities. Mechanica is a pretty interesting character and has a few intricate rules to it that I'm going to explain in a moment. Definitely check out the other videos that I've already done on the other characters. And yeah, just let's jump into the game, and I'm going to show you the next character, Mechanica. Okay, we jumped into the game. I'm going to start a new game now with our fourth character from our lineup of 6 characters called Mechanica. Again, as I said, Mechanica is a character who is based on dealing lightning damage and doing shock to cards. Again, shock is a mechanic in the game that basically disables cards and their abilities until the next turn. It's a status effect. And the first item of Mechanica, a starting item, is are the jumper cables. And the first card you select each turn, shock is removed, meaning the status effect shock can move to a different target, basically an enemy. This is good if your own cards are shocked, which can happen quite often in the game, and this item basically helps you to mitigate the shock effects for your own cards. Mechanica's starting cards are the Charged Gauntlet. The Charged Gauntlet is a pretty powerful attack card, which increases its maximum lightning damage after you select a monster. As you can see, all lightning damage is basically randomized. You can deal up to the maximum amount, like here 2, but it's always in between 1 or 2 damage, and obviously the more monsters you select, the more maximum lightning damage potential this card gets. The second card is the Magnetic Coil, and it just strike attacks a card or an enemy card with shock, so basically disables it. And the third item is the Vault Storage. Vault Storage, you gain strength based on the amount of monsters or enemies that got shocked in this tavern. Meaning this card actually saves how much you basically shocked in the whole tavern, and gets progressively better and better throughout one game. So it's a pretty interesting strength management and strength regain card. Definitely one of the easiest classes to maintain a good strength level, I would say. So now looking at the equipment that you can unlock for Mechanica. The first equipment is the Overloaded Coil, which basically says that a monster or obstacle with shock, or that is already shocked, gets damaged by the maximum amount of lightning damage that you deal with the certain card that you attack with, which is pretty interesting and synergizes in a pretty interesting way with lightning cards that you can draft in the game as well. And the second item is the Plug. It heals for 2 when a card with shock gets discarded. So this is a really interesting healing item. Most of the time you can get shock on enemies, then obviously if you discard them you can heal from them, making the game a bit slower overall when you only discard instead of remove cards, but nonetheless it's a pretty interesting item. The third Mechanica item is the Plasma Ball, and the Plasma Ball basically helps you with spreading shock throughout the board. So the first monster that gets shocked each turn also deals shock to an adjacent monster or obstacle. So depending on the board state, this can be super powerful and can help you disable a lot of cards in one turn, especially when fighting against bosses. Shock is a pretty powerful mechanic, since bosses mostly rely on their on their attack abilities to make your life harder. So if you are able to shock them pretty consistently, it's a super interesting mechanic to combat boss difficulty. We could, for the sake of the run, go with maybe Overloaded Coil to show off the maximum damage potential for Mechanica, which is pretty good, I would say. Okay, so we're starting with the first tavern as always, the Drinking Ox. And we start with the lock treasure, and we could just go and try to open the first lock in the first turn. As you can see, the gauntlet increases its maximum shock every time, not shock, lightning damage every time we select the monster. And the shocked monster basically increased the strength replenish, or the strength value that you can replenish from the magnetic coil. Let's see, we could strike one more monster. We need to select 7 cards now. 4, 5, 6, 7, taking a damage here from the center monster. And for the last turn, for the next lock of the chest, we need to select 6 cards here. We also can pick up the tavern merchant. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That doesn't work like this. We should go around here. And here now you can see how the jumper cables work. So I shocked this monster here. I selected, and since it's the first monster, or the first card that gets selected in the turn, it basically moves its shock to a different monster. This can be good for your own cards. Sometimes it's a bit tricky with monster cards, but for example, just to showcase here, I could go up here, remove shock from my sword, and then basically go like this, but it's not 6. So for this turn we could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then basically unlock the first treasure chest. We could go for the cursed gold, which you can gain 5 gold from, but it also attacks you for 5. But I think we're pretty good on health, so that should be fine. Boss spawns. We could, let's see, we could replenish strengths here, skipping on the gold. I think 5 gold from the treasure this turn should be actually enough. So now let's see, we should first get the gold. We draft before the gold. Let's see. So the card in the middle is the rally card. It's pretty good with allies. It increases its physical damage by 2 for each ally in our deck. We could also draft a block card, which can be powerful against bosses, as we've seen with the Frost Warden. We can also go for a random loot box. Yeah, let's go for the weapon box, and maybe we're getting lucky with the draws from the box, and we're getting some good cards. So this card that you draw from it is actually temporary in the current tavern you drew it in, so it's not added to your deck. It's just a temporary card basically. Okay, we need to heal now, and then we can buff our gauntlet to 5 and hit Herney here pretty good. select all cards in the turn so we can complete the quest of the first tavern. And yeah, here we can go for gold. I think that's pretty good. We're already at 6 gold, which is pretty good for the first tavern actually. And we could do another big sweep here around the board. We can hit Herney for 5 here and basically defeat him this turn. Yeah, I think we just leave the tavern here. Okay, nice. That wasn't too hard. I think the Mechanica cards are pretty damage heavy, so it's good, especially in the first 2 taverns where monsters don't have a lot of health, to use those high attack cards. So we could definitely improve the first attack card here, and it will deal increased maximum damage by 2 after selecting a monster. So that's really, really good. Let's refresh the offer and either improve one of our character cards or add a new equipment item. I think we should improve character cards. We could directly go for even more attack damage from the glove, or from the gauntlet, or we could make our volt storage also give us health, which is pretty good. Magnetic coil in its second form, first update, also deals damage, which is again very, very powerful, especially in combination with the maximum damage item that we have. I think since the second tavern isn't too hard on our strength and health, I think we should just update magnetic coil to do more damage. So first time we're picking 2 taverns. Let's see. We got a easy one for 4 gold down here, the Gnarled Root, and we should go up here. Nightingale's Rest to have a second path option later on. The Nightingale's Rest House rule is to discard a random card at the start of the turn. Cold Countess is the boss, and we have to defeat 5 or more monsters in 1 turn, which should be pretty easy with our character right now. Goblin Queen again. Random card, a random enemy, obstacle or monster loses status effects at the start of the turn. And we have to deal 5 or more damage to a single monster in 1 turn, which also isn't too bad. I'm thinking we should do the Gnarled Root Tavern with the Goblin Queen first. It's easier than the than doing the Cold Contest, because Cold Contest also later on isn't too hard, and when we do a lot of damage we can take out the bosses pretty quickly. So all my character cards are on board. And if I increase damage now, you can see that now I have the maximum damage of 4, and since my overloaded coil actually gives us guaranteed maximum damage, this gets pretty amazing already. So we're already dealing 8 lightning damage to the last monster here. So as you can see, this character is like really strong with the damage output. Okay, we could look into our box here. See what we get. Nice flaming sword. And we spawn the boss already. So flaming sword is cool. We have to be a bit careful with the strength increase. Let's do the key fragments first and then maybe gain some strength here. We could just replenish our strength here. I don't think we need more damage right now. We could go around here and almost kill the boss. So I'm shocking my merchant card and then removing the shock from it via our jumper cables. Could go around here and then just open the chest for now. We can kill the boss in the next turn. Okay, I get another set of allies. I don't think we need that many allies. I mean, we could go for plain damage here, which would be, I don't know, pretty overkill, I think. I think we should go with the Dwarven Protector probably. I mean, he's a defensive card and we have so many offensive cards already, so he could maybe also help us with blocking bosses later on, since he has a block ability as well. We should try to go for the Golden Idol. Golden Idol will give us gold based on the amount of monsters we defeated in a turn. Let's replenish strength again here. We should discard it now, because the potential to do actually a big score with it is pretty low. So we try this next turn, next shuffle, sorry. That's the boss down. We could shock and deal damage. Regain some health here, maybe. And okay, he's losing shock. We won't we actually don't want that to happen, so he should stay shocked for now. We could again go for strength replenish, even though we have a strength potion on the board at the moment. So let's see, now we could do a... We could try to do a good turn with our gauntlet, so that's only 3 gold. Can we do that in a smarter way? Can we kill this guy first, maybe? No, we can't, because we're not allowed to use the idle card, because it has to stay on board. Okay, well, let's do that again, I guess. I think that's fine. I would have hoped to get more gold out of it, but anyways, I think should do for now. Okay, so let's do, let's see, let's shock first, then go down here. Get this guy, get 6 strength back and heal up. And then we're already through the second tavern. We can just leave here. Nice. Okay, another 4 gold for us. And now we could go for equipment, I guess. So the Prisma, when you block with the card, reflected onto a random enemy. So this could be interesting in synergy with our Dwarven. But we could also, which is pretty funny, we could also get a third Mechanica related item. When we discard cards with shock, we can heal. I think that will help us more than the extra damage from the block. We could also go with a tavern charm this time, maybe. And specifically the Charm of Storm is super interesting, because when we deal lightning damage, we have a 50% chance to deal 1 lightning damage to adjacent monsters, which is also pretty good with Mechanica. Okay, we could go here. Then we don't have an option to pick later on, because we already discovered Nightingale's Rest up here. Tinker's Den is more difficult, but we do have an option to go to the Frozen Inn later on. So this is a pretty tough tavern for us, because the house rule will increase cards that deal lightning damage by 1. So basically almost all of our cards will have increased strength cost. And Big Bad Bat is not too difficult with our Dwarven Protector. And defeating 10 monsters also shouldn't be too difficult. I think we should go with this one. And then look at a different tavern, maybe. Maybe that's better suited for us. I have to see. Okay. We could just do this and see what our weapon box gives us. Oh, an apple. Interesting. So we have a good, nice heals pool this turn. This tavern. The lock chest. This is the directional lock chest. So we have to select it from a certain specific direction for each of the locks. We could do. We could do this. Gain some strength and then discard our sword here to open the first lock. Unfortunately, he is discarded and adds 2 more monsters for us. We have a lot of heal, so I'm going for gold here. Okay, next we have to select it from the bottom, which we can't, so we need to discard it here. And we have 2 nasty endure cards that we also need to discard, so they don't bother us. Okay, that's the merchant. We can do another round of magnetic coiling us around. Let's see, discard. We don't discard this card, just leave it here so it can't add more monsters. Okay, interesting. I think in the last run we saw the flaming bow. Flaming sword works in a similar way, but it increases its damage each turn. We also have another block card. Block and reflect the attack of the next monster. I think we could go with this. Could be fun to have another defensive item here, since we're already super strong on attack cards. Let's do more gold, sure. Okay, that's the first monster that actually would, the second one is down here as well, that actually would help us with our blocking cards. We would probably remove this, don't discard this card. And we could try to look for the armor. Oh, it got burned here. Okay. think we just go here and kill those guys. So the boss will spawn now. Okay, the second form called Countess freezes an adjacent card and not an adjacent card, but a card in general, and then on the end of the turn on Endure it will discard all the cards. So this is good actually for us. Obviously my treasure shouldn't be discarded, that's why we need to actually select it here, I think, yeah. She's shocked now, so she can't actually do her action, which isn't like not super helpful for us in this case, because I would have loved to see this guy go, because he will go off now. Oh no, he was. It's at the start of the turn, right. Oh no, it was from the house rule, huh? I'm a bit confused here. Yeah, it was from the house rule, actually. It wasn't the contest. Contest endures and then discards. Actually, we need to look for the quest. 5 or more monsters in one turn. That's a lot, actually. We need to make some space on the board. Let's see. We could go here, 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 and then unlock. We have a bit of an issue right now because we actually need to kill the contest and we're already on our third shuffle, so we need to maybe get the 3 extra damage here. Okay, let's see. We should deal more damage to the Countess. Okay, there's the barkeeper, and we also have a bomb gnome, which I really don't like. Bomb gnomes can be super dangerous. So 6. And we really have to be careful now with our health. I think that's the main issue here. So now the now the barkeeper wouldn't increase his damage and also wouldn't deal damage to us, but it's really dangerous to stay around with the bomb gnome also looming. I'm kind of hesitant to actually trying to kill the contest, since we now also don't have a guaranteed chance of drawing our cards. Yeah, I'm actually leaving, because I won't risk the run just here, because one boss wouldn't go down. Oh, and we failed both, right? We also failed the quest. Well, maybe next time. Okay, we should improve our volt storage, because I think extra heal here would help us quite a bit. So then we definitely should duplicate a card from our deck, which is the Gauntlet, which could help us to deal even more damage later on. Let's see. We can discover the next 2 taverns, and I think we should discover the Candle Cavern. See what's going on here. Okay, house rule and random monster gains 1 health at the end of the turn. Slime boss isn't too bad, especially we can could try to shock him and disable his split ability. And then we also have to select one bonfire from the tavern, from the bonfire event. This is would be our 4th tavern. We can't choose a new tavern after this, and then the last tavern would be this tavern. Which could be difficult because obviously this boss in combination with the house rule is difficult already. So we're a bit on a misery here. I think we should do this last because it seems to be easier than this one, and as you know, the tavern scale in difficulty, especially the 4th and the 5th tavern, actually the game can get pretty hard. So I'm thinking that we should try our luck, even though our cards will increase in strength cost now. Okay, that's unlucky. Our hidden past treasure got in the wrong spot. We cannot open it now. That's why I'm thinking of discarding probably this as well. Oh, and this guy endures and deals damage to us, so we would need to remove him. He's taking some damage here. Let's see, we could get some strength first and then remove those guys. Or discard them, they're actually not removed. Okay, though, this is our first chance of doing some damage. So that's really good. We could go for strength removal by the bonfire card for a turn. Let's see what we got here. Okay, this guy will endure. I think that's not too smart. We should do it like this. And our merchant card will get shocked. Okay, we could do it like this probably and be fine with healing then. Okay, nice. This guy increased strength cost for this. So we could try to use our block card actually, but I don't think it's actually necessary because we will do a lot of damage here, but we're also pretty low on strength again. Okay, so this needs to be gone. Okay, this gets reflected onto him. I think that's good. And then we draft from the merchant. Okay, we could go for another spell, lightning spell. Yeah, I think that's good, and it has no strength requirement, which is even better for us. So that's a good card, especially with the equipment that we have at the moment. Oh, that's really dangerous with the bard here. So we're almost dead here. So this is a really nasty card. We have to select this card first. And yeah, as you can see, I'm already at 3 health, and he will take 2 health from us from the strength fatigue. But luckily we have also drafted this card, so we can go around here this turn, heal up, and do a nice round of damage to everyone. That was pretty lucky for us. So that's our quest, and the bat will spawn now. So didn't keep track of the defensive, the dwarven protector that can block the bat. Yeah, we have it here. Okay, so we because the bat now will deal at the start of the turn 1 damage to 3 monsters and then gains their health, and if he hits like a monster like the one on top that has 7 health, it will get 6 health back and like really get super heavy on health in a really short amount of time. So we really have to see that we actually remove those guy, not remove, but block this guy pretty fast. So again, I'm pretty much unlucky with our chest here. Still not spawned in a favorable position for us. And I'm thinking, should we? Yeah, we should probably discard it for now. So this is blocked, and we have the impatient bard again here. Really not happy with my sword also taking away strengths here from us. How much can we do? 9 for 2 strength. Maybe we could. Oh no, we can't. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, we can even hit him in 1 turn here. And we have 10 cards left. And I'm actually not sure. We only have our strength potion here. And still we could discard shocked cards to get health back. I'm thinking if it's worth to kill the boss now or wait 1 more turn. Yeah, I think we should wait 1 more turn. I think 4 health is a better buffer. Okay, and the house rule, unfortunately, no, not the house rule, but something, not sure what it was, actually removed our block status. Okay, that's something I can't recall right now why that happened. But we should be able to get it back on the bat, but now the bat has 12 HP, so that's not really what I was hoping for. And this guy has 4 strength requirement. Okay. Yeah, let's see what the bonfire event can give us. We actually would have needed more strength, but we could do a replenish now, or hope for this card to appear pretty early. Let's see again. It's not really helpful here. I think we should go for this. I think that's better for us in terms of strength replenish than healing up. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, let's see. We could go. Could we go around here? No. Still not super happy with the card on top here, but I think I can just leave it there for now. Okay, let's hope for a good shock here. That's good, that's good. So this will move. I can't take damage here. But we can do it like this. I think that's fine. So 7 health and 11 cards left until the exit should be fine. Okay, that's the boss defeated. Still not sure why he was not blocked anymore. And for the third time, our treasure chest spawned in the middle. So yeah, that's unlucky. Just unlucky. Everything is super expensive at the moment. Should we take 2 health off and then just discard those cards maybe? Okay, let's see. Discard this, make space for the exit and the barkeeper. And then probably just leave. Yeah, that should be fine. So barkeeper will hit for 2 and yeah, unfortunately we have to leave our treasure behind. Okay, phew. That was quite difficult, I think. For the last tavern, we could go for a final item. We have 2 blood cultist items and 1 from the pyromancer. So gain 2 strengths when selecting a card with burn, or we could go with the goat horn. When you lose health through strength drain, you can deal that amount as damage, as physical damage to a monster, or the monkey paw. For every 5 health lost, we added blood sacrifice at the end of the turn, which is a card that basically randomly instantly kills a monster. I'm kind of tempted to go for this, but it's very dependent then on monsters actually burning deal to our cards. So probably the most use has the goat horn for us here. Can do some passive damage with that. We could go for another duplicate, which could be good. I actually want to duplicate another vault storage here, so we have more heal and more strength. Replenish. So frozen ingots discovered, and there we have the pastor. But I think it's actually easier to go with the candle cavern here, and it's the same gold reward that we can get. So this should be our final tavern in this run. Okay, let's see. We could we definitely need to deal damage to the treasure imp, so we could do this, and this guy will endure here on top. Probably just go around here, I guess, and then we could even kill him instantly, which is pretty good. So that's at least the treasure this time for us safe. We got another healing item here. I really want to try the idol again, because I think when the board is in a good state, we can actually get a lot from the idol. We kill a bunch of monsters. Okay, this could be a turn where this actually maybe will be a good turn to do that. Nice, yes, that's really good. Yeah, that's a good turn. So kill a bunch of monsters here. Okay, there's our golden idol, and we potentially could kill 4 here, but I think that's not enough actually, so we would need to discard it for now. And we get this guy. And this guy on the bottom. When he discards, he adds 4 monsters, but he's shocked and he will heal us then. But that's good. Definitely strength replenish. Okay, we have both our coils now here on the board. Let's see, we could just remove them for now. This guy as well. Okay, 2 gauntlets. Let's do it like this. Very nice, very nice. Okay, that should be almost enough for the slime. 1 more. Okay, that's the mosquito. Heal up. Kill the mosquito and get the next draft, next to last draft. Okay, what do we have here? We have 1 ally in the deck. I don't think frost would be beneficial. We don't have any. We have a spell. I think we have 1 spell. But I'm actually inclined here to just skip and go for the gold. Since it's the last tavern, I think our cards are good enough to actually kill the boss and make it out. Okay, this could be a good turn for our golden idol. But we still don't have enough damage here to actually kill all of them. This would be 2. This would be 2 gold. I will discard it, I think. It's just not really worth it, I think. Yeah, we should do it like this. Just gets our strength back. Let's see, it would be pretty cool if we could pull off the boss shock and destroy tactic against the slime once again, like we did in the last video. Not sure if we can do it this time. We would need to wait for our... we would need to have our coil, our magnetic coil, to actually do this. Blocking this. Now I kill him. I'm trying to wait for the next turn here and maybe see if we can get the magnetic coil on the board and then shock him and then kill him. Let's see if that works. Now he's shocked. And we should be good. We could go around here, shock, shock, shock and kill. And that's the boss again, cheated. And he can't actually split because he's shocked. So yeah. Just a little free trick again here. That was pretty good. Okay, but I'm super unlucky with my golden idol, I think. So every time the golden idol shows up, it's like I'm very low on attacks. So let's do this, and now let's go here. We can't attack this guy. This guy gets damaged from our item. I think that's fine. Just hope for the last shuffle and get a better setup than we had the last 2 shuffles. the golden idol to actually do its work. So we get the removement bonfire for our quest, then it's done. Okay, last shuffle of the game. So there is one of my gauntlets. A bunch of monsters. Just remove this, I guess. Still no idol, still no idol. Still waiting for the idol to show up. Might be smarter to block this. Discard this. So there's the golden idol. Okay, that's not really good. We should do it like this. Now the question is, do we waste both heals and then can't heal anymore? Yeah, we have to do it. It's still not enough damage to actually kill this guy, so it's only 2 gold for the golden idol, but yeah, oh well. Unfortunate for us, I think. Okay, we can go around here, heal up, and kill this guy as well, so that's pretty good. And that's the last turn for us, and I think since we did everything, we just leave here and say goodbye to the barkeeper. Okay, 6 gold, last tavern, which brings us a nice run with the Mechanica and a adventure score of 14. Mr. Boss, Mr. Quest, but overall it was a pretty easy run, I think. I think we only had one critical moment where we almost ran out of strength, but again, we had a lot of heal and strength replenished with our duplicated cards, with our duplicated magnetic coils. Not magnetic, void storage cards, and I think that was pretty good. Okay, nice. So that's another card crawl adventure showcase done. This time with Mechanica. Pretty interesting run. Character is pretty strong, has a high damage output, has a lot of fun cards that you can use to shock. And next time I think we are going to look at the 5th character, the Blood Cultist, which is also a pretty interesting character that is very different from most of the other characters. Until then, have a good night or a good day, wherever you are, and see you soon. Bye bye.